Hey everyone, Arbiter Wolf here with another weekly video. It's funny how going back to the basics can feel like going backwards. Because later on in the week I would actually see more results compared to last week from just doing this simple step. Now last week I was talking about how I felt like my base was off and I needed to find a way to get back on track. And one of the ways I decided I needed to do this was by focusing more on fundamentals of drawing. So this week I went looking around for a person to learn more on fundamentals and basic shapes. And I ended up watching and going through the lessons of Drawbox. This course is focused on what he calls his three core fundamentals. One, which is spatial reasoning, which is kind of a mix between perspective and form. Two, which is mark making, which is focused on having confident and controlled smooth lines. And the last being observation and being able to see something, for example, in real life and be able to see how it's constructed. Now, this felt for me the basics I needed to go back to improve my drawings. Plus, I also liked how he designed the course. It's not like you need to do this course and then you can move on to the next thing. Instead, he encourages you to take your time and not rush through the course, and instead do a 50% rule where you do 50% of practice and then 50% focusing on what you want to actually do with drawing. So I like this because it felt it was going to be a good fit for me because I'm doing these 100 detailed head drawings. Now, for the starting exercises that I did for the week, it wasn't really focused much on form, but it was focused on mark making, which felt like a good start. The focus for mark making was being able to make nice, controlled, smooth lines. And it looks like for the course going forward, it's going to build off this. Overall, I'm looking forward to completing this and hopefully seeing a little bit better improvements in my form and mark making. So I did the lesson 0 and lesson 1's exercises 1 and 2 for his course, and then I moved into doing practice with the Loomis method for the remainder of the week. First, I wanted to focus on going over the Loomis method again, so I looked at some Proco videos for help with that. And then after that, it was just practicing drawing the Loomis heads from different angles and trying to get that Loomis method right. I'd first start by just focusing on just getting the Loomis method down, so getting that outline for the Loomis method. But later on in the week, I would spend the majority of the week just breaking down head references using the Loomis method and then drawing the features and trying to get the head shape right. I spent a good amount of time trying to do this and get this down correct before I went into the detailed head drawing you see here. I just felt that I needed to get a good amount of repetitions in for the Loomis head and get some sketches in before I even attempted to try to do detailed head drawings for the week. Which is why I did these detailed head drawings that you're going to see here late in the week after a lot of practice. For this detailed head drawing, I felt I saw a lot of improvement when it came to the shape of the head. While not perfect, I felt it was a good result compared to last week's detailed head drawings. Which is why it feels so weird sometimes when it feels like you're working backwards and then you end up seeing better results from just going back to the basics. The other thing that I was trying to do with this detailed head drawing, which I don't think I was really successful in, was try to mimic a semi-realistic style. The other reference you see here is a reference from Guweiz, who is a digital artist. And what he does really best is he is very good at lighting in his art. And I personally like his semi-realistic style, which is what I'm really trying to go for. I'm not really going to try to go for the whole lighting stuff that he does. At least for now. I just think that his style for semi-realistic is kind of the max that I want to do for a kind of realistic style. I really don't want to go into the whole portrait thing unless I'm going to do a study specifically on portraits. So for now, I think I'm just going to stick with trying to mimic his style and trying to mimic styles like his in terms of just that semi-realistic style. I'll try to do that for the remainder of these detailed head drawings. Speaking of other detailed head drawings, I wanted to go into this detailed head drawing, which is detailed head drawing number 59. My initial thoughts for this one is I wanted to go for more of a anime style for this drawing. And I decided to pick Bleach as a style I wanted to try to mimic. So what I did is I picked a reference that I was going to mimic the head of. So for this case, I picked a real life image, and then I picked two references from Bleach. I believe these are the colored manga panels that I got this from. But the reason I kind of did it with three references is one, I wanted to go off a reference from real life, and then two, I also didn't want to just copy the reference and then just make a copy of the character from Bleach. Instead, I was trying to make it mimic more of the real life image and use parts of the references from Bleach to kind of give it more of that anime style. And overall, I felt that this went okay. I would say that the only thing that I didn't really like about it was the fact that I got kind of the shading of the hair not to what I wanted it to. But really, the only time that I get the practice shading and coloring is in these detailed head drawings, so it's not something I'm as concerned about. And the bigger focus is just getting the head shape and all the face details to look correct. But I think this is going to be something that I'm going to be doing going forward, which is just trying to not one for one copy a image anymore and more go for explore what I can do with multiple references and seeing what I can produce from that. The last thing I think I want to talk about is what I think I need to work on going forward. I think my face details need a little bit more work, especially when it comes to the mouth and nose. And then the other thing too, with just the head shape in general, I think I need to focus a little bit more on extreme head angles. The other big thing that I want to just keep working at is just getting more done when it comes to detailed head drawings. I only did 2 for the week, and I really would like to space them out a little bit more. So for example, I would do a practice, and then after that practice, I would go and do a detailed head drawing, be able to see what I need to see from that head drawing, and then practice some more, and then do another detailed head drawing, and kind of continue that for the week. Because at least for this week, I felt a feeling of being afraid of just doing a detailed head drawing for the reason that I felt like I wasn't ready yet and I needed to keep practicing, which is why I did a lot of practice with the Loomis method before even attempting these two detailed head drawings. But going forward, I would hope maybe I can get a little bit more of a detailed head drawing more in the beginning of the week and then being able to go off that for practice as well. So going forward here, I'm going to keep practicing with the Loomis method and then also keep going with Drawbox's course. And I'll be trying to focus a little bit more on trying to get the nose and mouth to look better in my drawings, and hopefully I can get that worked out. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and then I will see you guys all in the next video. Thanks.